We're going to be talking a little bit about why do my players stand still. I know there's a lot of people that go look for custom tactics online, and trust me, I do this myself. Now, I want to show you guys something that custom tactics that you see on YouTube are they don't explain it to you correctly. And I'm going to tell you why they don't explain it correctly. Because I'm going to tell you guys right away, because a lot of you guys that are watching this video right now are probably wondering, what am I doing wrong? Why is it that my defenders are not doing nothing? Why is it that my attackers are not taking runs? What's happening? I put pro custom tactics on. I should be like flying everywhere, but my players seem to be standing still. What's happening? Well, there's two things. One, the custom tactics that you're using are pro custom tactics that people are saying that they are, right? Don't mind the silver squad that you see in the background. Listen to this very, very carefully. If you're having bad gameplay, that could be a reason why you don't see your players moving, okay? But I'm going to explain to you another thing that's also why your players are not moving. When you go to custom tactics, okay, forget this silver team, it's because I'm doing squad battles. Clearly, most custom tactics that you're going to get on, people are going to tell you to put this on balance, okay? Which, if you have some sort of delay, balance doesn't do nothing. Your players will just be standing still in defense. This is why, if you ever look at like some other YouTubers or streamers, like the Pentes, a lot of times he has pressure on every touch on. The reason why he has pressure on every touch on is because his game is not that, his delay is not that great. So by putting that, it actually makes his players more aggressive. Because when they're unbalanced, they seem to just stand there. So by putting them on pressure on every touch, they seem to like react to what's happening in front of them. Now, remember one thing, that once you do this, you have to kind of get used to this kind of game style, because once you put pressure on every touch, your players are going to be all over the place. It won't be like constant pressure, but it will be a certain settings where your players are going to be moving a lot. So you're going to have to get used to it, because you are going to be a little bit more open when this happens, because you're being more aggressive. Your players, your AI is being more aggressive. Okay, I would tell people, if you're lagging or if you have bad gameplay, do never put press after possession loss. The reason why I'm going to tell you this tactics could work very well if you have very good gameplay. If you have bad gameplay, this is very bad to put on. Okay, the reason why it's very bad to put on this is because when you have bad delay, okay, by the time your players actually react to pressure on a possession loss, it's already too late. Okay? And what that happens is that your players start to advance towards the opponent as the opponent already has the ball and is already attacking. So what's going to create is that the delay of your players actually pressing right away as they lose the ball is not fast enough. So the attacker has a chance to like start running frontwards, while your players are still registering, oh, I gotta like be aggressive. So it's like you're going the opposite way where the ball is going, and all of a sudden they go on breakaways and stuff like that. So do not put that. Constant pressure, never put this at the beginning of a game. This is only when you're losing and you need like a goal at the end, last 20 minutes, whatever, 30 minutes. Put this on, your players are gonna go nuts. Again, you're gonna be exposed left and right, okay? So the best one to put is pressure on every touch. Again, it's going to take you a bit of a while for you to get used to playing with pressure on every touch, because your players are going to be moving a lot, and you will see that they're going to open up gaps while they're doing this. So get used to it. Remember, it takes time for you to get used to this type of gameplay. Okay. The other thing, as you can see, I have forward runs. Now, a lot of the tactics are going to tell you to put direct passing. They'll tell you to put fast build up, stuff like that. But you're wondering, like, I'm putting these tactics. I'm doing exactly what these guys are telling me. But even after all that, my players are still standing still. I still have to activate them for them to take runs. That's because direct passing doesn't make your front players run. It doesn't. Pro players, when they play, they like to make their own runs. If you're someone that is having a hard time adapting to like making your own players take the runs by you deciding them when to take the runs, you gotta go with forward runs. Forward runs, your attackers, once you get into the opponent's half, your attackers just run, okay? So if you're wondering what's happening, why my attackers are not going for it, it's because most likely you're on direct passing, most likely you're on balance. You're not on forward runs. If you're on forward runs, I guarantee you your players will take runs. So if you want your front players to start moving, whatever tactics you're using, don't look at these tactics over here. Just look at this one right here. If you're using direct passing, it's not going to work for you if you're not someone that manually tells your players to take runs. So if you want them to run, you have to put forward runs on, okay? You could keep the tactics that you're following from one of your pro players or whatever, but the most important one is change the direct passing to the forward runs. Direct passing will now work for someone that is not a pro player that knows how to make their players take runs, okay? It's something that has to be done manually when you're on direct passing or on balance. So if you're not that good at that, put forward runs. It will fix that problem. Again, when it comes to like custom tactics, I will always say it. Just because a pro player shows their custom tactics doesn't mean they're gonna work for you. Because when a guy comes over here and says, "Oh, you gotta put it on 44. You put it on 44, bro. You're gonna break the game. You're gonna break the game. You're gonna smash everybody." It does not work like that. Okay? These guys are pro players for a reason. They're very good at the game. They make any formation look good. They make any squad look amazing. They're just very good at the game. You have to accept the fact that you're not as good as these guys. 90% of the people that watch these guys, we're not at the same level. We're just not at the same level. We're good at the game, like for like gold players, maybe low elites, but we're not top tier level players that these guys know what to do. They know what to do at every situation. They just know how to play every formation. They just know how to make the game look completely easy. We're not able to do that. We need stuff like pressure on every touch. We need stuff like forward runs because our players, especially like I said, when you're having bad gameplay, it seems like your players are just standing still completely. And trust me, I know it's fucking frustrating, especially when you're in weekend league and you have bad gameplay and it seems like there's no reaction, like your whole fucking team has not even a fucking pulse, everybody's dead. Like first minute of the gameplay, no stamina left. What the fuck is happening? That's what it feels like. I know everybody say it, they call it like, it feels like my team is completely mudded, and that's what it is. Your team feels completely mudded because you're most likely on balance in defense and most likely you're on direct passing and creation, which again, these are two things that are not going to have no movement. You're just not going to have no movement for your team. So if you want to have movement for your team, you want to be a bit more aggressive, you want your players to start moving, put pressure on every touch. You have to put that. Don't put constant pressure right away. It's going to be a bad choice. Because constant pressure right off from the bat, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be exposed left and right. Pressure on every touch. Yes, you'll be exposed here and there, but it's more easier for you to get used to that type of gameplay. Again, it's going to take you a few games for you to actually understand what pressure on every touch, how your team moves. So if you're going to lose a couple of games in the beginning, don't worry. You have to adapt to it. Once you get used to it, you start understanding how your team presses, and then you start like eventually adjusting to those mechanics, right? Again, 4 runs for anybody that your offense is just not moving. I'm telling you guys, whatever formation, whatever tactics you use, put 4 runs. Don't put fast build up. Fast build up doesn't do shit in this game for some reason. Put 4 runs. 4 runs is the one that you want. That's the one that makes your players fucking go crazy. That's the one that once you get to your opponent's half, they start running. That's what you need. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.